Vermouth. All you need to know about vermouth in 10 minutes or less. Vermouth is a fortified wine, which means some type of spirit is used to change its flavor. Characteristics. Just like gin, vermouth is used in cocktails to add an herbal flavor, although it can also be drunk alone as an aperitif. Once opened, vermouth should be refrigerated to keep its flavor. It has a life of about 3 to 6 months once opened, depending on storage conditions, so seal the bottle tightly to minimize oxidation. Ingredients. The base of vermouth is typically a dry white wine or red wine for some sweet vermouths. Neutral wines are chosen to let the botanicals used be the main flavor. Each brand and variety has its own blend of spices, herbs, and additives, but generally the botanicals used are spices like clove, anise, and juniper. Sweet vermouths require added sugar or caramel to balance the bitterness and enhance its sweetness level. Origins. Its origins date back to ancient Greece and Rome, where wines were flavored with herbs and spices for medicinal purposes. In the 1800s, sweet Italian red vermouth was a popular cocktail addition, and around the beginning of the 1900s, the French vermouth began its rise. That's when the term dry martini was introduced. Today, dry martini also could mean that there's simply less vermouth added to the cocktail, as well as possibly referring to the vermouth used. Varieties. Also known as French vermouth, it is likely the one most people are familiar with, as it's the vermouth included in martinis. It has a light and almost medicinal flavor, low sugar levels, usually less than 50 grams per liter, making it drier and less sweet compared to other vermouths. Sweet vermouth, also known as Italian vermouth, plays a supporting role. This vermouth has a red and dark amber color with a signature sweetness due to caramelized sugar used for sweetening and coloring. This vermouth is essential in cocktails like the Negroni and Manhattan. This is a clear or pale golden vermouth with a moderate sweetness level between dry and sweet. Originating primarily in Italy, brands like Martini Bianco and Cinzano Bianco have made this style popular. Production process. First, fortification. To stabilize the wine and increase its alcohol content, it is fortified with a neutral grape spirit, like brandy. This step also helps preserve the vermouth and provides a base for infusing botanicals. The alcohol content is usually raised to 16 or 18%, depending on the style of vermouth. Second, infusion of botanicals. This is where the botanicals are macerated in the wine. The maceration process involves soaking the botanicals for several hours to weeks to extract their flavors and aromas. Third, sweetening. For sweet vermouths, sugar or caramel is added at this stage to balance the bitterness and enhance the flavor. The level of sweetness depends on the style. Fourth, bottling. Once the vermouth reaches its desired flavor, it is filtered to remove any residual solids from the botanicals. Then, it is bottled in dark glass bottles to protect the flavors from light. Regions of production. Considered the birthplace of modern vermouth, Torino is home to many historic vermouth producers. The Vermouth di Torino designation is used for vermouth made in this region with specific traditional methods and ingredients. Chambéry is a region in the French Alps famous for its white vermouths, particularly those produced by Dolin. This is the only French vermouth with an appellation d'origine contrôlée. Serving. Vermouth can be drunk on its own, usually over ice with a slice of citrus or an olive. However, it is more famous for being used in many classic cocktails, such as the martini, using dry vermouth, and the Manhattan or Negroni with sweet vermouth. Popular brands. Martini e Rossi is one of the world's most famous producers of vermouth and sparkling wines, dating back to 1863 in Torino, Italy. The company was founded by Alessandro Martini and Luigi Rossi. One of the Martini e Rossi defining characteristics has been its commitment to crafting vermouth using traditional methods. The wines are sourced from Piedmont and other Italian regions. Cinzano is one of the most iconic vermouth brands, originating from Torino, Italy, and tracing its roots back to 1757, when it was established by brothers Giovanni Giacomo and Carlo Stefano Cinzano. The brothers developed a unique formula for vermouth rosso, which is red vermouth. During the late 1800s, as vermouth became a global phenomenon, Cinzano started exporting its products abroad, introducing its iconic drinks to new audiences in South America, United States, and more places. The brand produced a range of vermouths including Cinzano Rosso, which is red vermouth, Cinzano Bianco, white vermouth, Cinzano Extra Dry, and Cinzano Rosé. If you haven't tried it yet, you should do it and judge by yourself. And if you want to know more about a specific or your favorite liquor, leave a like and a comment below.